Hello YouTube, Jason from Renegade Rants. And just wanted to kind of throw a quick video together. I just got back from the Syracuse area, stopped in at my local comic store down in the Destiny Mall, larger than life comics. Kind of want to talk about facsimiles. So I've been collecting kind of religiously for like the last 10 years. Again, I was collecting, didn't collect, would go to Free Comic Book Day with some of my friends, pick up some issues, go from there. But I remember that the best you could hope for finding like an older book that, you could afford was usually the Marvel Milestone editions. So it would have the gray border, the original artwork. On the very bottom, it would say a reprinting of X-Men 1963 in this example. And that was the original story. You could get it, add it to your collection. And some of these have actually become kind of pricey if you're trying to pick them up. So, in the last couple, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 years now, both Marvel and DC have been releasing a facsimile edition. And the nice thing with the facsimile edition is the facsimiles actually are the original comic book. They have a different price on them. For more modern, it's got the UPC code on the bottom. But like I picked up this Detective Comics First Robin, number 38, for $6.99. There's no way I could afford the original. And the one thing about these that I kind of like, and it's kind of different between the between Marvel and DC, is when you get the reprint from DC, they have the exact same ads that you would have found in 1940. And, the different things that you could send away for. And it's a reprinting of the original comic book. So, when DC re-releases these facsimiles, or releases the facsimiles, they do it kind of on a little bit better newspaper stock, but it feels like the old comics. Kind of even smells kind of like the old comics a little bit. And then Marvel actually will put them on a good magazine stock, kind of like the current comic books are. And I kind of like those better because they look like they would hold up a little bit better. Not that I plan on doing a lot with DC ones that I'm going to cause a lot of damage, but it's just one of those things. It's like, well, easier to read, the colors kind of pop a little bit. So we picked this up today. I know that they are re-releasing this. I haven't actually got into this yet, but I know that Marvel Secret Wars, they're going to come out with these. I don't know if it's going to be like one a month kind of thing, but I thought this was kind of cool to be able to pick up. Pickup that wasn't a facsimile was I was missing Ghost Rider Final Vengeance number 2. Somehow it got deleted off, the Ghost Rider run got deleted off of my pull list from my local LCS, and I don't know what happened, but I was missing that one, so I was able to put that in, which I'm happy with. And then the other one I got is I kind of started really getting into collecting a little bit more when the Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man came out. So I was able to get the Invincible Iron Man big premiere issue number 1. And when you get into these ones, like I said, the card stock's a little bit better. But again, same kind of old ads that they would have had. Front cover page kind of thing. But it's a little bit nicer paper. At least I like it a little bit better. Because I think the colors pop a little bit. But it's a way for you to actually get some of the original, an original book for the normal price of a new comic versus having to go into, mortgaging the house. And I kind of have been doing this ever since they started coming out. The store that I go to usually has a huge rack of these. And some of the other comic shops I've got, they're kind of mixed in. They don't really display them, but the store that I went to today, they have like a huge rack. I know they came out with the first Poison Ivy, some X-Men. So I do have some other ones that I picked up. Like a giant size X-Men. #1. So I've got that to add to the collection. Couldn't afford a original. Days of Future Past, 141, the Uncanny X-Men. That was a good ad. And this one's not like super out of reach, but I can grab this for $4.99 versus spending time on eBay, you know, making bid offers and trying to track it down. One of the other ones I've got is I'm a big Punisher fan. So I was able to pick up ASM 129. And I actually bought a couple copies of this because I really, really like the Punisher. So I was able to pick this up. There's no way I'd be holding this in my hand if it was a real book. They had a CGC 9.6, I believe, or 9.4 or 9.6, I can't remember, that they had in the case that was $3,000. And I was like, well, I've got that at home for $3.99. Is it the original? No. But does it matter? And that's kind of what I'm going with the video today. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, is it cheating to pick up a facsimile to throw it in the run and then you can say you have a complete run? Or do you kind of just throw it in there for filler until maybe something comes along and you find a garage sale where it has a whole bunch of comic books and, you know, and then it's kind of the ethical thing. Like if you did find an ASM 129 in a dollar box at a garage sale, do you maybe let the guy know that what he's sitting on or not? But it's the same kind of thing with like the next two books. I like Wolverine, another one of my favorite characters. I started collecting him. So I have a Hulk 181. Now this is the interesting thing, and I know there's the debate on which is his first appearance or cameo appearance or whatever, but they actually re-released or did a facsimile of 180 and 181. So I bought them both just because I wanted to have both, because in 180, Wolverine shows up, and then 181, first cover appearance, first appearance, however you guys want to put that through, but I have them both. And I was able to pick them up $3.99 and $3.99, so for $8 plus tax, I was able to get them in my collection. And then the next couple I've got, there is no way humanly possible I would ever hold one of these books. Detective Comics number 27. Paid $6.99 for this. It's in my collection. I will treasure it, but I also will read it. If I had an original number 27 Detective Comics, I would probably have it locked away in some kind of vault. And then, do I really have a Detective Comics number 27? You know, protect your books. Do you read your books? Do you pull your books out? Do you slab? Do you not slab? That's the kind of thing that, you know, I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I have one slab, and it's a 7.5 Morbius, and I got that for probably less than the guy paid to have it slabbed. But the comic capsules, I saw it on Facebook that you could buy 10 of the comic capsules or whatever. I'm going to probably do a video on those because I really like them, where you can slide your book in. And then I made my own little graders, notes, and kind of thing, and I put some of my signed books that I've gotten from shows, you know, just put them in there to try to, because there's a little wall hanger on that, so I can put them up and, you know, view them. But the nice thing with that is then I can take that book out. You know, I've had it up for a while. Maybe I want to change it out. I got another book I want to throw up there. I kind of have limited wall space, so I can slap another one in there and then, you know, flip-flop them as much as I want to, or buy more and Maybe buy a bigger wall. I don't know. But then I have Action Comics #1 for Superman. Again, paid $6.99 for it. Okay? But it was kind of cool to go through and look at the old ads. And I'm sitting there going, I remember my grandfather talking about he had the first Superman. And I remember him also talking about Babe Ruth baseball cards and a lot of things that had he kept them, I probably could afford some of the other, things on the list by selling some of that stuff. But back then, they didn't keep that stuff. It took up space. They got rid of it. A lot of the times, they had the paper drives for World War II. A lot of the books went away. So this is a way for me to own it, put it in the collection. Does it really matter? Now, the one that I'm kind of upset about, and this is where I've been trying and praying that Marvel will either release Marvel Spotlight 5 for Ghost Rider or Ghost Rider 1, because I have quite a bit of the 70s collection, but Ghost Rider 1 kind of always, it's just a little too expensive. And especially in the condition I'd be able to buy it in or afford to buy it in, so I kind of go on eBay, I look at the bids, I put a bid on there, think I'm winning it, and then, miss out. So if I was able to get the facsimile of that, I'd probably finish off that run because I have quite a few of the key issues. I have a few back fillers, but I don't really have the inkling to spend all the money on getting everything and then still miss an issue. So then that's the ultimate thing. Do I really have it if it's a facsimile? Or do I have a facsimile? But the one that kind of got me was this. So Wolverine 1. And it was $4.99, and I bought this. Now, I own a Wolverine 1 from 1988 that I spent just, I think, a little under $100 on because I wanted that book. And I was very adamant that I was going to get that book, and I bought it. So, last year at Terrificon, Chris Claremont was there. I had him sign that. Now, that's the ultimate question. Like, if I had this book, same ads, same everything, but it's a facsimile, would I have wanted Chris Claremont to sign that, or would I have wanted Chris Claremont to sign the actual original? I had the original. I didn't have the facsimile at the time, but it's also kind of making me a little wary because I've gone online trying to find out if they're going to show what they're releasing the next month or releasing after that, and I haven't found a spot. So if anyone can click down on the bottom in a comment if there's a list that you know of when they're doing facsimile editions, either DC or Marvel, that would be great. But I would really like to kind of pick up some of these issues as they're coming out. Again, not really sure, what people's thoughts are on them. And I've looked up a couple videos, on YouTube, seeing people kind of gone through them and showed them and, kind of threw their thoughts on them. So since this is my channel to rant, I think that for my collection, this is probably good enough. And saying that, I want to build a collection that I can kind of be proud of, and maybe someday, who knows, these facsimiles might actually increase in value. Now, not that I plan on selling them, but I'm just saying that it's a weird market, the boom's over, kind of thing, but some of these books are still way out of reach for, a paycheck to paycheck person or somebody living with a family. And yes, you can kind of trade up, trade down, and you have to, look in random places, not necessarily go to the comic book store. I mean, support your local comic book store by all means. We need them. But, maybe you find stuff at a flea market. Maybe you find it at a garage sale. And then again, if you did luck out and find a Hulk 181 out in the wild and the guy's asking $10 for it, Are you gonna correct them? And does that, you know, is it his job to make sure he's pricing it accordingly? Is it your job as an honest individual to maybe, I don't know, bring up the fact, yeah, that's a little low? Do you pick it up? Do you not pick it up? What do you think? What would you do? Not trying to put you on the spot, but I don't know what I'd do on that. Like, I like to think I'm honest enough that I would bring it up to him, but if I found a Marvel Spotlight 5 for like $10, I would probably pay him more, but I'm not going to pay him what it's worth, if that makes any sense. And I don't know how that makes me as a comic collector. A good comic collector? A shady comic collector? What do you think? So, I think I've ranted long enough. If you like this content, if you like this format, please like and subscribe, hit the bell notification. Again, I'm a new channel. I think I have comments turned on. Apparently I didn't know you had to turn comments on, so hopefully you're able to comment. If not, I will probably need help, but I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.